Flag number one. You were right on it, buddy. How's it going? How you doing? My boy, how you doing, Murph? Wishful, I am fucking excited for today, man. When I got this email about Chrono Odyssey beta access, I got a huge grin on my face. I cannot wait to play this. So I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Plague, how are you as well? Let's get some thumbnails updated here. Kicking us off with a joke. All right, let me get stuff updated here, like thumbnails, and then we'll get our ads knocked out on purple as well, and then we'll knock out our first joke of the evening. Thanks so much for redeeming that. So we want this one. How was everybody's Friday? We'll go ahead and keep that window just open if we need it. Shouldn't need that anymore. Let's pull up the streams over on the old laptop. Hey, hello there, Puration. How are you today, my friend? Okay. Streams are pulled up over on the red app over there. We're looking good. Okay, that's looking good there. Let us go ahead and get our lurks posted and ready to rock. God's Roomba's in the house as well. What's up, man? Everybody's jumping in today. Doing great. It's fucking Friday. Let's go. Amen. Freaking wishful. A freaking man. You finally got it. You finally got what, Plague? I'm gonna hop in the shower too. I got some Elden Ring to play, so I'm gonna make it a quick one. Comfy, cozy clothes incoming. I love it, wishful. Enjoy. Stinky sided. Nice. Hello, everybody. Death Beyonder, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, gotcha. Okay, the joke. I feel you. Yep, we'll get your joke here. Let's we're getting everything pulled up. Kind of stinky today, not gonna lie. I mean, it's been hot everywhere, I feel like, and so everybody is sweaty, everybody is stinky. I mean, that is just par for the course in this day and age with how freaking hot it is, man. Finn the human, what's up? Are you sure you're a human, Finn? I mean, if you have to say that you're a human, doesn't that mean that you're really a human? Just kidding. Good to see you. Welcome in. Isaac, I am old enough. How old do you think I am? Yo, that's a dope wallpaper. Thanks, man. Yeah, I had a couple of I'm on a Dragon Ball Z kick, so I got I had like a black and white Goku on there before, and I kind of wanted some color, so I swapped that one out for today. Love when I... Without a sound. It didn't even put the title of the stream in there. Whatever. Okay. Well, that's all good to go then there. Break ads, ad breaks, end in about 30 seconds. So let's get our joke ready. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're right on this whole brand new page. That's right. Plague, I am 29. Grab the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. Grab the camera. You can't tell me what to do. Just kidding. All right. Ads are coming up here in about a couple of seconds, and then we'll welcome back our purple friends, and then we'll get our joke kicked off, and then we'll boot up this game, folks. I cannot freaking wait. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to do the... let me pull them up on my phone real quick, like... It's quite the same. She's moving in. Celebrate the way she moves. Ooh, ooh. All right. I want vertical. Perfect. Okay. Welcome back, Purple. Plague redeemed our first joke of the evening, so let's put a pause on the music here. Our first joke of the evening. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Terrible joke. But it's from the exceptionally bad dad joke, so frightfully awful yet wonderfully spiffing. Yeah, wishful. Not a terrible joke, but I mean it's up there. Okay. Let's see. When even is this game? I've never heard of it. So wishful, I heard of this game a couple of years ago. Because I'm obviously so I'm a huge MMO fan. Like I've many years and hours invested into World of Warcraft. And so let's backtrack. Let's go through the history of my experience with MMOs. So my very first MMO was a game called City of Heroes. For all you youngins out there, you're probably not going to have any idea what I'm talking about. But I'll never forget. So when I was in high school, there was an internet cafe that was less than 5 minutes away from the school. And me and a couple of friends would go there constantly during lunch to play games, right? That was my first introduction to PC gaming, is when my friend told me about this internet cafe. Because up until that point, I'd been a console gamer. So Xbox LAN parties, 4 or 5 Xboxes in a basement with 4 or 5 different TVs and 4 or 5 different groups with across 20 freaking friends in a basement, right? I grew up in that generation. And so when I saw, PC gaming, and at that time we were playing Day of Defeat and Counter-Strike. So Day of Defeat was kind of like a World War II version of Counter-Strike back in those days. And so we'd go to lunch. There's a blackjack pizza right next door. So the owner of the internet cafe would order us some pizzas, and then we would just game for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Right. So it was a super fun time. But I'll never forget, one day I walked in and the owner of the place was playing this game, City of Heroes. And all I saw was his character that looked like a demonic freaking being of some kind, and he was casting spells. Like he had his hands up and he was and I now know it's called the spell was called Flare, but he was putting up his hands and he was just casting fireballs and killing mobs and stuff, and he was going through this whole complex, and I was just like, what is this game? And it was at that moment that I started saving up and told my parents that, like, I want a custom made PC. This is the game I want to play. And that was my first intro to MMO gaming, City of Heroes. You make your own superhero, and you go and you fight crime and you fight supervillains and shit. It was such a fun game. And then it was just a downward. As soon as I played that for about a couple of years, and then I saw WoW and for the first time, and that was the end of it. So that's been kind of like my back history when it comes to MMO. So cut to this game. My buddy and I, that has been playing MMOs with me since WoW, so many years. We've been kind of looking for a new MMO to play, and we saw trailers, and we've heard about this MMO a couple of years ago, and it's just been radio silent for the longest time. And it was I think it was like last year that they announced it was going to come out on PlayStation. And so we were like, okay, well, that's why we're not hearing anything, is because they're trying to convert it to be able to play on PlayStation and PC, which kind of worries me, but we'll see. And we just haven't really heard shit. And then very like minor rumblings and stuff. And then all of a sudden we got the Game Fest trailer, and it was just like a freaking beta session for the weekend. Sign me up. So that's where we're at. We signed up. Got the email this morning, fucking huge grin on my face, and I was like, that's what we're playing tonight and potentially for the rest of this weekend. So that is where we're at. So rolled my eyes, not gonna lie. God's Roomba's at that joke. More for the arsenal. Yeah, all right. Plague with the rage emotes, love it. You've got a vague idea. What is it? What is your vague idea, Plague? And Wolf Tarnish, what's up in the house, buddy? Good to see you. Okay. So let's boot up the game. I booted up just to try to get the Windows set up for like the virtual scenes and whatnot. So hopefully we get to see the intro cinematic again because I did not watch it. I didn't even have my headphones in. I was just trying to make sure the windows were in a decent space for us to be able to see this game as we play. So we might have to tweak it as we go a little bit forward, but yeah. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna need to also make sure I have the sound added into my fuck is it? My wavelink? That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's boot up the game so we can try to get the game's audio source into our wavelink software. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't have thought MMO, but I'm into it. And from what I've seen, it's got Souls elements to it. So, okay, so we got our game audio added. Okay. So that's good.
Thus did hubris swallow me whole, wrought by my own folly. The void has consumed us all. Forsaken by our God. Calamity bears not name nor face, yet draws closer still. Is this the end? Nay, 'tis but the beginning.
Jesus!
Our cries shall be heard, but not remembered.
Well, that was a creepy intro. Okay. Was the game audio a little loud? Like I thought I saw it dipping into the red there for a second, so I'm gonna just turn it down a smidge. Okay, so I was talking with somebody. I was North America. I was hanging out with somebody in their stream earlier that was playing this, and they said they're on North America 21, which I don't even see available anymore. Oh, hang on. So does that mean the red means it's full? Okay. Yellow. Do we have any green servers? Nope. Okay. Well, let's just go North America 17, shall we? Can you all hear the game and everything? Is everything coming through okay? Yeah, shit, like I can see it's getting into the red over here. Damn. Okay, well let's do this. I mean, it's kind of loud for me too, so let's just turn the master volume down a little bit here. Let's do that. And I'm gonna turn down the game audio just a little bit more. And there is no borderless in 4K, so I can if I drop down to 1440, I can do borderless. But it doesn't look like it's like minimizing the entire game when I alt tab. So let me see. Of old MMO RPGs. Oh, you got a vague idea of old MMO RPGs. Yep, they've been around for a while. Plague. Okay, so I think that was like the peak of the crescendo of the music, and it was just slightly in the yellow. So let me know if it's still a little too loud. I remember my WoW days, got a higher level Worgen Death Knight because I thought it was cool as hell. Did I know what I was doing? Absolutely not. Nice, Wishful. Yeah, I've played every single class, every single race to max level at some point in WoW. I mean, it's a great game. Stopped a build guide the second the notification popped up. Nice, Blake. I really appreciate it, buddy. I mean, shit, it looks like a Souls game. It does, Wishful. Hey, I don't think those tentacles are supposed to be there. It is a little bitty loud, okay? Yep. It is a touch loud, but not too bad. Maybe down just a smidgen more. The swells in the music are cutting you off a little. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay. Hopefully at this point, we're going to be okay. So let me just make sure we have... So graphics quality is already set to epic. So we're just going to roll with that and see what happens. Man. That swell, it creeps up there. You know what we can do, actually? Let's do this. Let's turn the music specifically down. I usually turn music down in games anyway. Okay. So resolution scale, let's... Or smaller better. I kind of want, maybe I want smaller. Oh, shit. I don't know what that is. Cinematic. Oh, okay. So then epic is whatever resolution scale is 87. Okay, let's just do that then, I guess. And we'll figure out the controls as we go. All right. Server is full. All right, we're gonna wait in queue for 12 until 12 people log out, or we're gonna pick a different server. See how long this lasts. Already got one down. The fact that the screen is like flashing and loading, it's not the lightning, but like you see the loading icon in the bottom? That's bugging me. Anyway. I guess I don't want to maybe cancel it just in case we try to find another one and then the queue is even worse. The dang queues, I know, right, Ashta? I'm so like I'm curious to see how many people they ended up getting into to be able to play. Because it was kind of like last minute. I didn't even like I wasn't watching the Game Fest. I just saw the trailer pop up into my YouTube queue and I was like, what? And then at the very end, I was like, what? There's a playtest. Holy shnikes. My friend did get into it, but he's unfortunately going out of town for the weekend. He might be back on like Sunday afternoon. So we might be able to play for a little bit, but we shall see. All right. We're in the top 5, chat. We're almost there. Does anybody have any special plans for the weekend? Number 4. You gotta work, God's Roombas? That's no fun. What are your days off if you work on the weekends? All right, here we go. Press E to bind a new destiny. Select a class for your new sentinel. The Swordsman. A radiant blade heralding the void's doom. The swordsmen are versatile warriors, peerless in both offense and defense, to control the flow of battle. The great sword crushes enemies with sheer force. Dual blades strike with deadly precision, and the sword and shield provide an impenetrable defense. Their strength is fueled by rage, which flares in the heat of battle, but wanes without. Swordsmen grow ever stronger in prolonged combat blade and resolve unshaken. Whether vanquishing the void or protecting their allies, swordsmen wield a power to pierce through the very bounds of time itself. Okay, so it looks like we got a warrior class. Handsome little fella. The ranger. Nice. It looks like we got an elf. A lonely arrow cleaves the deep as a great horde lament. Rangers are adept marksmen excelling in neutralizing enemies from a distance while remaining well prepared for close encounters. The bow and crossbow deliver precise lethal strikes, while the rapier ensures survival in dire straits. Drawing upon vigor, a life force representing their connection to nature, they unleash devastating attacks that return foes to nothingness. Arrows that blaze the stars shall shape the fate of all those within their grasp. Okay, we got a ranger. The paladin, nice. Behold, the knight stands as a beacon of light, heeding the divine call. Paladins are steadfast warriors devoted to protecting allies and vanquishing foes with divine power. The mace heals comrades and delivers judgment upon the wicked. The lance deflects even the mightiest blows, and the halberd cleaves through enemy ranks with unyielding force. They draw upon mana and energy restored over time, and their unwavering faith enhances their strength to cast a variety of holy auras. By executing the will of Chronos, paladins bring order to darkness as they valiantly command the battlefield. Very cool. Berserker, big boy. A single heaving breath, then gnashing of chains. Blood spilt is but fuel to the flame. That's a cool sentence. Blood spilt is but fuel to the flame. Berserkers are relentless warriors embodying unbridled fury on the battlefield. Chain blades pull enemies into the fray. Twin blades deliver devastating blows, and the battle axe provides sturdy defense for allies. Fueled by rage, berserkers unleash a relentless assault, and further bloodshed only drives their power to new heights. Their destruction only ends when a foe falls silent. Very cool. Assassin, all right. A rogue. Neither here nor there, as silent as the death they grant. Assassins are masters of stealth and precision, striking from the shadows to eliminate their targets with ruthless efficiency. The saber and wrist blades deliver precise hits even amidst the chaos of battle, while the musket deals ranged damage to catch enemies unaware. They draw upon vigor and bloodlust to unleash devastating blows in quick succession. Reapers of death and executioners of fate. Assassins wield the power of darkness, their musket shots often signaling victory. Very cool, very cool. And I'm guessing this is our mage. Sorcerer. The wise discern when to strike. The hour is nigh. Sorcerers are masters of magic, harnessing arcane power to devastate enemies and support allies. The staff channels elemental energy for destructive spells. The mana sphere manipulates time to expose enemy weaknesses. And the grimoire emits radiant light to heal allies. Damn, so you can do all three as a sorcerer? Their magic is fueled by mana, which is replenished through the endless flow of time. With greater magical prowess, sorcerers become dominant forces on the battlefield, shaping victory with wisdom from realms beyond. Cool character descriptions. You get Monday and Tuesday off. It's nice. A lot of places are empty. Having weekdays off is really nice, God's Roombas, especially if you need to do if you need appointments and stuff. All right, so I am seeing our vertical streams lagging out over here. So we're gonna test something in case it happens to be our ray tracing. Do we have ray tracing? Well, we don't want fucking motion blur, first of all, so let's get rid of that shit. Is the regular horizontal stream working out okay for you all folks? No, I'm seeing we're frozen.